filled as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gone further up his leg now. And he's had ice boot on twice a day. That's promising.
You must step forward now. Sure, that's made it.
He just couldn't push down on it.
Just turn around on the spot, please. Good lad. Done. Come back.
Hold on, he just needs to bring that front leg forward. No, sweetheart.
We'll take him inside and give him some sedative X-ray, and I think I'll probably, definitely on the X-ray, I'll put this whole bottom of his leg up. So,
Okay,
I wouldn't normally expect a level of lameness like that to make him feel as miserable as he is. So I'm just going to check his temperature and make sure there's nothing else.
Yeah, which I mean, it was fine last time, but his demeanour, like when he's up and he's eating, he's definitely fine in himself.
Yeah.
It's just that I think it's that constant nagging pain, and he is a sensitive. He is a sensitive horse.
Sensitive soul.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's quite even. You see it's the cortex of the bone, so the edge of the bone, and this is the medulla, and it's all looks, you've got this sort of what we call trabecular pattern, so it almost looks like, it's not honeycomb, but you can see the structure of the bone in there, and it's all sort of uniform.
Okay.
If you look on his bad leg,
Oh.
exactly,
Oh.
yeah. So that pattern is not present.
In the other one.
Yeah.
That's
And
bizarre.
and also, if you look at it, the what you call the corticomedullary junction, so the junction between the cortex here and the medulla here is quite well defined. You can see there's a line, whereas here it's not. It's completely absent really, and also the middle of the bone here is a completely different density.
Right.
And if you look on the one going from back to front, so going straight through, I mean, it's possibly even, see this,
Dark area.
You sometimes see that a little bit of a darker area there anyway, but you've got darker areas here and here. This is on the second Pastern bone, this is the first one.
So what is
I'm
that?
not entirely sure. I'm going to send these X-rays off. I'll send them off with Nero's, and I'm also going to get a blood off him just to see what his white blood cell count's like.
I don't like the look of that at all.
No. I mean,
Have you ever seen anything like that?
well,
before?
there's a couple of things which it could be. If you had just one little lucency there, you get something called what's called a subchondral bone cyst, which is sort of it's a cyst just below the cartilage of the joint. But this is way too low down for it. It's sort of more in the middle of the bone. If you'd had some sort of wound, you'd even wonder about bone infection or osteomyelitis. But there's no route for infection to have got into the bone. And again, I mean, you wouldn't even completely rule out a bone tumour, but it's pretty unusual. And again, it's not particularly, well, I've never seen one there anyway. Which is why I don't, as I say, it's pretty clearly abnormal, but as exactly what's causing it, I'm not entirely sure.
And what we do about it?
Well, absolutely, which is one of the reasons I want to get a blood sample from him, just to see what his white blood cell count's like.
Because if he's got this here, is it something that could be in other parts of it?
Well,
you wouldn't rule it out. It's probably not particularly likely because that's the leg that's sort of showing that it's got problems with.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you couldn't totally rule it out. But yeah, I'll get these sent off for another opinion. I mean, other than getting in sort of through his bloodstream, it's been well. Because it's not supposed to have an injury there, is it?
No.
No. As in, like
No,
a break in the skin or anything.
And this happened really quickly. And I think I said to you when he first came, because I was thinking it was CPL or lymphangitis, that just on the inside of his leg he had some little scabby bits.
I can't see how that would track in that
No.
far. So what's your at the moment? Dispute?
Yeah, it's just on TV view today, so I don't know whether there's something that he can have that's going to make him more comfortable. Should I take some antibiotics?
I'll give you some to go home with.
Yeah.
Well, when we're waiting for the results of this, and start him on them straight away.
Okay.
If there's any sign of a high white blood cell count.
So if it was an infection, can that cause that kind of damage quite quickly, or will that have happened over quite a long period of time?
I'm not convinced it's an infection. I think it's. I don't want to ruin your positive outlook. Just because it's a bit, well, there's no route for it to come in, and secondly, it's a bit quick for that level of change, particularly that sort of blurring of the line between the cortex and the medulla.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering whether an infection would cause something that drastic so
exactly.
quick. So that's happened over time. Whatever it is.
Exactly, yeah, which should be my reason for thinking it's possibly not an infection.
No.
An infection wouldn't sort of grumble along slowly.
No.
I haven't seen one quite like that with the same progression that he's had, or the same time scale. So I'm going to get another opinion on it, and I'll let you know.
Okay. So that will go up to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
We're just back with Teddy Bear. Lisa and Jodie, who's in there, have been looking after everybody back here. It's been absolutely foul weather. We've just had to kick Annie out of the stable so Teddy Bear can come back in and go and rest in the stable. And hopefully we'll hear later today at least about the bloods. Angel Eyes in the middle there. He's had his heel balm on his eye, and he'll be going back out with the others. Sam's given us lots of bottles of paracetamol just to help with the pain management for him. He's going to be getting 250 ml of paracetamol twice a day. So we've got these big bottles of liquid paracetamol, which are not particularly easy to get hold of or to administer. So he's going to have his first syringe from now. That's Hannes getting impatient in the background. And I remember from Drommy having to have this years ago. It's not always the easiest thing to administer. So we just have a syringe that I just put towards the cheek and slowly inject it into his mouth. It is orange flavoured, so I'm hoping he likes orange. But we'll also get tablets that we'll grind up to put in his feed. But obviously they don't taste very nice. But this is going to hopefully make him more comfortable until we find out exactly what's going on and we know what course of action we need to take next. So he's got to have 4 of these now. But he's doing well with that first one, and he doesn't seem to be objecting to it too much. I think you quite like that. Did you quite like that? Yeah? It's strawberry flavoured. Yeah? I don't know whether they do strawberry flavoured. Good boy. He's a good boy. So I'll probably just give him the 1 dose for today because we're into the afternoon. And he'll have his bute as well tonight.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll give him 2. 2 doses tomorrow, I think. 1, 2, 3, 6, 12, 18, 24.
It's very sticky.
What should go on the other side? On the other side. You've got an orange tongue now.
We tripled the last bit. I was a bit quick on that, wasn't I?
And he's definitely, since he's been back, he's been a lot more comfortable. He hasn't been in bed at all, so at least he's happier in himself. We've had bloods taken as well to find out whether there's an infection going on as well, and I'm just waiting to hear back from Sam, although it may take a few days before we get an update from Edinburgh. At the same time, he's sending Teddy Bear's x-rays off to Edinburgh. He's sending Nero's off as well. So hopefully in the next few days we'll have some more answers on what the way forward is with both of them. That's the update from me this evening. Bye.